Alright traders, I haven't done this in a while, so let's get straight into it. A lot of you are already familiar with this variation of the 714 method. Just to be clear, this isn't the original way of trading it. This is my own version. Shout out to Mashaya for the foundation. So this is gold, and we're going to go ahead and switch over to the 5-minute time frame. Make sure you're following along on the same chart so you can see exactly what I'm pointing out. Another important thing is to change your time zone to UTC+2. This is key so everything lines up properly with the strategy. Once that's set, we're ready to move on. Now, let's get into the rules of this strategy. We're going to stick with the basic structure. If price is bullish from 1 p.m., we're looking for selling opportunities. On the flip side, if price is bearish after 1 p.m., that's when we look for buying opportunities. It sounds simple, but the timing really makes the difference. For me, as a technical trader, I use support and resistance to enter my trades. I don't just follow the bias blindly. I wait for price to react at these key levels first. In a moment, I'll show you exactly how I mark these zones and how I decide when to pull the trigger, so you can follow along and apply it yourself. So let's look at what happened here on Thursday. As always, the first thing to do is mark your 1 p.m. session line right here. This line is your reference point for the bias, so always make sure it's visible on your chart. Next, we watch how price moves after 1 p.m. In this case, price dropped to the downside, which immediately signals that if price is bearish after 1 p.m., we're looking for buying opportunities. Now, looking over to my left, I notice a clear support level down here. I go ahead and mark it. This level is important because it tells us where price could react. When price touches this support, I'm expecting it to hold strong enough to push price back up. As we can see, price did bounce off this level, giving us a clear reaction before later dropping aggressively to the downside. This example shows how simple the strategy can be. You don't need to overcomplicate your chart. Just mark your session line, observe the post, 1 p.m. bias, and identify strong support or resistance levels. Of course, not every trade is a winner. You will take a few losses, and that's completely normal. The key is learning to spot these levels consistently so that your winning trades outweigh the losses over time. Alright, so now we're looking at the Friday chart. As always, my main focus point is here at 1 p.m. From this point, I notice that price pushed slightly up. Now, looking to my left, I can see this resistance zone up here. But we also notice that price didn't quite reach this zone, so we're not going to force a trade just because the level is there. After that, price started dropping to the downside. Now, if we zoom out a bit, we can spot a support zone down here on the left. If we mark it properly, we see that price actually bounced back up from this zone, making it a good buying area. As price moved up, we can extend our resistance line here, and we notice that price respected this resistance, pushing back down again. If you were locked in and fully focused during this session, you would have been able to take advantage of these setups as they played out. All of this is possible by keeping it simple, just following support and resistance levels and respecting the 1 p.m. bias. This approach keeps trading clean, easy to read, and practical, even for beginners. Alright traders, that's it for today's breakdown. We covered Thursday and Friday setups, how to use the 1 p.m. bias, and how to combine it with simple support and resistance to spot entries. Remember, the key is keeping it clean and not overcomplicating the chart. Of course, not every trade will be a winner. You'll take some losses, and that's part of the process. The important thing is to stay focused, follow your levels, and let the market show you the setups. So get out there, practice marking your zones, watch how price reacts after 1 p.m., and apply these principles consistently. If you do, over time, you'll see how simple and effective this method can be. See you in the next session.